try new makeups and very disappointed usually. With this though, this is revolutionary. I mean, this is a wonderful product.
I will never wear liquid foundation or powder or any of those other makeups.
And you know, there's no line. There's no funny color. There's nothing that lets people know that you're wearing makeup. Your skin just looks really good.
And I looked in the mirror and I could not believe the difference it made my face look. My freckles were gone, my face was smooth. I was so happy because I looked so different. And I said, I can't believe I waited this long to do this. I look great and I'm so happy. I can hardly wait to go home and show my husband.
So many of the liquids that I tried during my big search, I turned my head and I smelled this. I don't know what, but you know, every time I turned my head, I'd smell this, I don't know, chemical or perfumey, and I'd think, this is sitting on my skin all day long. And that's nothing I wanted to do every day. Plus, I wasn't even getting what I wanted from it. You know, what good is that? I'm not getting what I need, plus I'm getting negative too. Forget it. I don't need that.
I'm an artist, so I have these disposable palettes around my house all the time. So I put it out on my countertop and I put out all the colors and I started mixing and it went on beautifully. And it's just a great way to apply makeup.
It's so easy to put the bareMinerals on. I was surprised because it was basically just take your brush, swirl it, tap it, and buff it on. And it was like 1, 2, 3, and I was done.
It's a very smooth finish, very soft finish, and very porcelain and very delicate. It makes your skin look very delicate, and it has a very youthful look and feel to it.
And if I didn't feel I had enough on, because at the beginning I would just barely put a little on so that I wouldn't put too much on. It wouldn't show that I had a lot of makeup. So if I didn't feel I had enough, I would do it again. Put the brush in and then swirl and tap and put it on again. And it was 1, 2, 3. It took 5 minutes for me to actually do it.
Definitely, it made my skin a lot calmer, a lot clearer, a lot prettier, a lot softer. It didn't feel like a caked on liquid type of foundation. You don't feel like you're going to take your fingernail and run it down and you're going to have all this makeup underneath your fingernail. So it was great.
The best compliment is that everybody just thinks that I have perfect skin. And I really don't. I have oily skin and I have a little bit of the mask of pregnancy, and it's just wonderful.
bareMinerals has definitely made a huge difference for the rosacea, and it feels like I don't have the flare-ups like I used to. I don't think about it as much, I guess is what you can say. It's more, I feel more confident.
So bareMinerals gives me everything that I want, plus what I didn't even know I was wishing for.
I am so happy I found bareMinerals. It is great. I'm telling all my friends about it.
And if you don't like it, I can't imagine that you would not like it. I, of all people, thought I will never wear makeup, and I'm wearing bareMinerals. Just years of no makeup, and I love it. Just love it.
Congratulations, you are on your way to a beautiful, flawless complexion. Remember, bareMinerals is 100% pure minerals from the earth, with no preservatives, no fragrance, no oil, no talc, nothing, no chemicals in it to harm your skin. Remember that liquid and cream foundations have all those yucky ingredients that who knows what they're doing to your skin. bareMinerals are so good that you can sleep in it. Now, I'm going to take you through so many great tips and techniques with my great models I'll introduce you to later, and we're going to have so much fun today. But before I get there, I want to take you through again my pearls. Now, pearls are so fabulous because they are natural from the earth and they have a natural luminosity that no other gemstone has. Pearls are so similar to bareMinerals because they just have this radiance to them. That's what you're going to get with bareMinerals. And you don't really know until you experience it firsthand. And I'm so glad you're going to have that opportunity right now. So let's get started. Let's go. We're ready to talk about your complexion. I have two beautiful models with me, and they're both long users of bareMinerals. I have Maggie on my left, and she's been using bareMinerals for about 1.5 years. And I have Sharon on my right, and you've been using it for 6 years. Congratulations. That's so exciting. What we're going to do first is we're going to pre-conceal. And both of you have different things that you want to pre-conceal. You have some sun damage, and you have some blemishes that you brought with you today. I'm so sorry about that, but it's okay. We'll cover them in 2 seconds. We have the maximum coverage concealer brush, and I'll show you all about this brush in a second. It's the smallest brush in your collection, and you're going to take your foundation, you're going to put a little bit in the lid. The lid's an extremely important part of this whole thing. You're going to put all of your foundation in the lid when you're ready to use it. And you can see that's all you need. You're going to start with the brush, you're going to swirl it, and then you're going to tap. You just start buffing. Sharon, why don't we start with you?
Sure.
Why don't you start where you would normally pre-conceal?
I like to do a lot of work in on the forehead. I have a lot of brown spots and some redness. I also love to go around my nose. A lot of red there.
I can see it already concealing.
It's
great.
wonderful.
Now,
See,
why?
it goes right into here where I've got a lot of sun damage, and I've got some pigmentation, I think, from hormones, and it always comes out on my forehead.
And you know, Sharon, you remember that bareMinerals foundation has a natural SPF 15.
It's wonderful.
So you're covering yourself with a great natural sunscreen, so preventing future sun damage.
That's the best thing ever, and it feels so nice when I put it on. It's really, really weightless. I really don't feel like it gets cakey or it gets heavy. It really just feels terrific on the skin.
Right.
Nice and soothing.
And even when you're going around the eye area, because a lot of people complain about circles around the eyes and shadows, and you can use, it's a very, very creamy formula, and that's something that you need to be really advised of here. When you touch bareMinerals and you apply it, it's extremely creamy to the touch. So when you're blending it in with the maximum coverage brush, you're blending it out. So even if you do have fine lines around the eye area, which neither of you do, but I do,
Look a little closer.
you're not going to have the problem of bareMinerals setting in lines because it's very creamy. But as you go in, you're just going to be, you're layering it on, but it's never going to feel layered. And you keep going, and we're going to turn over to Maggie. And Maggie, you have some breakouts today.
Yes, I do.
And you're going to pre-conceal. You're using the tan collection. Sharon's using the light collection today. And I'm using medium, so you can see the different colors. So you're going right over, and you just go over the areas that you want to pre-conceal. That's the idea. And you use the smaller brush again, because it gives you the control to detail over the spots that you want covered. Okay, good. So as you're pre-concealing, you're seeing automatically from the beginning those brown spots and hyperpigmentation and blemishes starting to disappear. So it's a great feeling from the start. The next step is you're going to take your flawless application brush. That's what I like to do next. And you could take a little bit in your lid and swirl and tap. And then you're going to buff a little bit around the edges of your face to get the pre-concealing done. And then we're going to go right into the kabuki brush. So I'm just going to show you how to use all the different brushes that you get in the kit. So you're just going to go and you're going to swirl it, tap it, and buff it in. Now, the buffing action, if you've never buffed bareMinerals before, that's the funnest part of this whole thing. And I bet you're going to really enjoy, look forward to putting your makeup on in the morning.
Oh, it's already starting to take shape. I love it.
I know, you couldn't wait to put your bareMinerals on.
I couldn't. You made me wait
I made
today.
you wait. So now we're going to go to the kabuki brush. So I'll show you here, everybody. You're going to take a little bit into your lid. Again, less is more with bareMinerals. Don't overdo it. Put a little bit into the lid. It really does last a long time, the amount we give you into the jar. You're going to take your kabuki brush and you put it right in the center, and you're going to swirl. And you're going to swirl, and then you're going to tap off all the excess. And then you can see, when you see no bareMinerals on the outside of the kabuki brush, then you know you're ready to start buffing. And this is the fun part. You start buffing. I like to go around the outside of the face and all the way around, and then I go in, because I have pores that are visible. Now, everyone has their own technique for doing this, and both of these ladies with me today have been using bareMinerals for a long time, and they have their own technique. And you will develop one yourself. So you just start buffing, and you can see your skin start looking different, but it will look like skin, and it'll feel like skin, but it will take on this beautiful luminosity to it. At this point, you can go back over with the kabuki, or you can go back over with the maximum coverage concealer brush. That's the beauty of it. You can determine how much coverage you need at this point. Now, right, you went down on your neck, and that's a good point, Sharon, because if you have issues on your décolleté area, you can certainly take the brush down and use it for coverage on your chest area if you're wearing a low-cut blouse.
Plus, I really love getting that SPF protection there because it's such a vulnerable part of the skin. You really don't want the aging to happen there either.
Right, exactly. All right, you guys, it's time to do warmth. I know that you've been waiting a long time for this because warmth really revs up the complexion. It adds oomph to the skin. It gives you everything back. It makes you look healthy even when you're not feeling that good. It's the best product. So let me show you how much you need because this is so important. And I'm going to put a little bit in the lid, and I want you to pay close attention. I'm serious when I say that's all you need. That's all you need. And you can see this really close
Yeah,
up,
that's
right?
not much at all.
And I know you've been using this for 6 years, so you really know what I mean.
Yeah.
And you know too.
Yes.
This is all you need. Any more than that, and you're not paying close attention. So take your flawless application brush, and I want you to swirl it really well into the lid, straight down like that, until all of the warmth is now tucked up into the bristles of the brush. Now you're going to tap it on, so there's no more warmth in the lid. You see that? And you can't see it. You wouldn't even know there's anything on the bristles. Now, I'm going to put it right on you, Shannon. Is that okay?
Great.
So if you can turn a little bit this way, you're going to put it on where the sun would naturally hit. So that's going to be over the cheekbones, over the nose, close your eyes, over the eyes, on the forehead, on the chin, even on the décolleté, on the chest. It's just going to add a healthy glow to the skin. And that's all you need is that little bit. That's it. It just brings some life back into the skin. And you could see, that's it. And if you want to, and that's it. If you want to do a little bit more, go back and put a teensy little bit more into it. And Maggie, it's your turn. Why don't you show us how you put it on? You go over the eyes. I love it. I wear warmth every single day. I don't want you to think of warmth as a blusher. It's not blush. You would still put blush on over your warmth if you'd like. Think of it as a part of your complexion. It will add a certain luminosity to the skin the way bareMinerals foundation does, but it's a radiance, it's a healthiness to the skin. And I wouldn't call it a bronzer either because bronzers are orangey and sometimes they're too brown and they're too dark. You use the right amount, a teeny little bit, and it springs life into the skin. Now I'm going to show you a couple tricks. I want you to take your flawless application brush and I want you to just use the top bristles of it, okay, into your warmth. And I want you to blend it in with one of your foundation colors, and I want you to make a little contour shade. You can use this before or after applying your bareMinerals foundation. This is for contour. So you swirl it in just on the very, very edges. When you're ready, I want you to make that sucked in fish face, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Look right into the mirror, and when you find that in there, I want you to just very lightly glide and give yourself some contour. It gives the face definition and some, especially if you're feeling fuller around here. It's also great, up and around the eye area and underneath the jawline.
Look, I've got cheekbones now.
Yay, cheekbones. Who would turn away a cheekbone? Not me.
Look at me.
It's great. That looks great. Okay, so that's another technique for warmth. Okay, so that's warmth. The finishing touch to the bareMinerals look is Mineral Veil. And this is a very different product than the bareMinerals foundation and warmth because it's completely sheer. There is no color and no opacity at all. And the way it works is, you just put some in the lid, and in this one you don't have to be so careful. You can put really as much as you want in the lid because there's no worry about putting too much on. So you put it in the lid, you take your flawless application brush and you swirl, and you tap, and then you buff it into the skin. And what you're buffing is you're buffing on a soft focus look. If you have the look of large pores, it will minimize the look of your pores. If you have shine, it will take down the shine. If you like the look of a more natural matte finish, This will give you a more natural finish to the skin. It won't take away that natural luminosity that the bareMinerals foundation will give you, but the two combined together give you a bare skin look that you will have never achieved before, even with your regular bare skin. It's actually an amazing look, but it makes you feel like you have beautiful bare skin, and it makes you look like you have great skin. So why don't we go and turn to our models and see how great they look. So just apply it. But the thing about bareMinerals is, the beauty of it is you can apply this all day long as much as you want, and it'll never get that layered look the way a traditional pressed powder would cake up on the skin.
You know, Leslie, when I know I'm going to be outside on a really humid day, I like to put it on first even before I use my foundation.
That's a really good point. That if you live in a very humid climate, you can put it on first, put on your bareMinerals foundation, and then you can even put on mineral veil over it and never feel heavy. So Maggie, what about you? You have any special tips for us?
Yeah, because I have oily skin all over, not only the T-zone. Just buff it on. Then I use my maximum concealer brush, and I work that in. And I just refine around the pores just to kind of blend it in.
That's a great idea. So what you're doing is you're taking the maximum coverage concealer brush and you're swirling, you're tapping, and you'll go over for some extra work on any pore that you might see.
Yeah.
Around the nose or extra shine. I like that. That's great. Okay. So again, Mineral Veil is just a great product to use all day long, all skin tones, all skin complexions, all skin types. And it's the perfect finishing touch to your bareMinerals face. So what I'd like to do is show some before and afters so everyone out there can see what great coverage bareMinerals really does provide. We're done showing you how to achieve the perfect complexion, and I want to thank Maggie and Sharon today for sharing with us all the great tips and techniques. And I have Andrea coming up to show you how to achieve a great look for day to evening. Now we're going to show you how to take bareMinerals from day to evening, and I have Andrea as my beautiful model. And this is really great because Andrea already has a bareMinerals foundation on and a little bit of mineral veil. And I'm going to use Bisque to start as an eyeshadow base. So I'm going to swirl it right in the lid, tap it, and then apply it all over the lid, all the way up to under the brow. Okay, so first step is Bisque. This is just for a nice daytime eye. Then I'm going to go to Bare Skin, which is one of my favorite eyeshadows. This is a glimmer. And you're going to put this all over the lid. Now, it's like a pinky mauvey tone. Even though it's a glimmer, I recommend it for daytime because it adds a little bit of glimmer shimmer to the eye, but it's not overdone at all. But it also plays really well into evening. You can see that it's just a very subtle, beautiful color. The next step is I want to show you how Glee, which is an all-over face color, is actually a great contour. I'm going to take a teeny little bit with this contour brush, swirl tap. I like mixing warmth and Glee together. I call it the high on life look. Okay, then I go back in with Mineral Veil, swirl, tap. What I like is that I can just always blend it. So if you're new to makeup or you consider yourself cosmetically challenged, with bareMinerals, there's no worries because you can just continue to blend and it blends so beautifully. Then what I like to do is apply Coffee Bean as a liner. I like to wet my liner brush. I dip it directly into the Coffee Bean and you make a little paste. You're going to go very close to the lash line. What you're going to get with bareMinerals liner shadows, they're natural, so if you have sensitive eyes, it's the best thing you can be doing for your eyes. They last forever. You're never going to be putting a pencil to your eye area. Why don't you put some mascara on? You're going to get beautiful lengthening of your lashes. And it's so easy to do because the brush works perfectly between your lashes and your eyelid. Now I'm going to do something called foiling, where you take your eyeshadow brush and you dip it in a little bit of water. And I'm going to do this with Clear Radiance, which is another all-over face color, but this is amazing when you wet it. You dip it into Clear Radiance, and you make, again, a little paste, and you put this over your eyeshadow. Now I'm just going to put it over in the center of the lid. Now that Clear Radiance is dried, I'm just going to blend it out. You can see how easy that was. So you get a nice contoured look, the liner's taking effect, and it's a great daytime look. Now I'm going to go into the cheek area. I'm going to start with warmth. Just going to buff where the sun would naturally hit. And now I'm going to do a little bit of a contour, and I'm going to add a little bit of glee. So that's a good contour. Now I'm going to go down to your lips. Now with lip liner, mine has a sharpener built right in. And apply Sienna lip liner. A nice neutral tone. It's very creamy, but it stays on. Line the edges of your lips, not too far on the inside, not too far on the outside, but the edge. And then I'm going to put Very Pretty on. And I always use a lip brush when I apply lipstick because it gives me more control, and it actually helps me because then I apply less lipstick so it doesn't feel as heavy or thick. And Bare Essentials lipsticks contain shea butter, so they're moisturizing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the Clear Radiance and I'm going to dip Very Pretty into it because Clear Radiance is so versatile. All of the bareMinerals are. I'm going to put a little bit of this in your lip because when you add this shade to the bottom of your lip, it creates that poutiness that you want, create that fullness just in the lower bottom. Makes it look like a highlight. Okay. That's your great daytime look. Now to take this look into evening, there's only a couple things that I would do additionally. Now I'm going to go over to True. Now True is another all-over face color. Now it seems like I'm applying a lot on your face, but these are all sheer tones. They're very natural, and True has a little bit of a glimmer to it. It's so lovely on. It's very soft and pretty. And I would make your eyes a little bit more dramatic. I would start with adding some more liner. And we have Sugar Plum Liner Shadow here, which is a smoky lavender tone, and I love this color. So I'm going to take the wet dry brush just on the tips and just on the outside. And if you happen to get any fallout here with the liner, it's very easy. You just brush it away. That's it. I hope you have enjoyed all the tips and techniques we have for you for bareMinerals foundation, eyeshadows, blush, and lipstick. It's been fun showing you the coverage techniques and all of the different ways to go from day to evening. Remember that we have a catalog that has many different colors to choose from, so you can take our colors and incorporate them into your life. It's really a lot of fun to play with bareMinerals colors, and they blend well, they look great, and they're good for your skin. So thank you so much for joining us, and have fun. I love warmth. Using warmth is like buffing candlelight onto your skin. Mix warmth with your bareMinerals foundation to create a neutral shade for contouring your eye area or the hollows of your cheeks. This application technique gives your face a balanced look plus a real lift. Do this prior to your full foundation application, and you'll not only create a beautiful, healthy undertone, you'll add contour to your facial structure. If you have short, skimpy lashes, you will love this tip. Here's a fast and easy way to use bareMinerals to build and thicken your eyelashes. Just apply bareMinerals foundation or mineral veil directly onto your eyelashes prior to applying mascara. This creates a base to build and thicken your eyelashes. You will love the luxurious thickening effect that this has on your lashes. Here's a great tip and fun too. I want you to take your favorite lip balm and dip it directly into warmth and tap it. Apply it to your lips for instant, natural looking lip color. To minimize the look of enlarged pores, use the maximum coverage concealer brush to apply mineral veil over your bareMinerals foundation. This will give your skin a flawless finish while diminishing your pores.